Hello and welcome to part 4 of Soloing Outside of the Box with me, Fake Dr. Levin. This week I'm going to show you a cool technique for bending notes that I learned from listening to Marty Friedman, and I know lots of guitarists do it, and it's really cool. Basically all you have to do is you take a note that's dissonant and bend it up a half step to a note that's consonant. There's this quote, I think it's from John Coltrane, that every outside or dissonant or wrong sounding note, whatever, wrong is silly, but any bad note is just a half step or 1 fret on the guitar away from a good note. And you'll find this to be true, and I'll show you a cool way to take advantage of this fact and get some exotic bending sounds into your playing. In Western music we use 12 chromatic notes. And in a major key we use 7 of those notes. For example, in the key of A major we use A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, and G sharp. 7 notes. And that means there are 5 notes left over that we've excluded from the major key that would make the full chromatic scale. So these 5 notes sound really dissonant if you play them over a chord progression that's derived from the major key. So for example, if we play a chord progression in A major and we use the 5 notes that aren't in A major over that chord progression, it sounds like this. Now that's pretty spicy, but if you take any of those notes and move them up a half step or down a half step, they will be in key. In other words, if we take that B flat that we played as one of the 5 dissonant notes and move it up a half step, B flat becomes B, which is in the key of A major. Similarly, if we take B flat and move it down a half step, it becomes A, which is of course in the key of A major. So if we slide up a fret from B flat, it'll be in the key of A by playing a B. And if we slide down a fret from B flat, we'll be in the key of A once again by playing an A. And this is true of all 5 dissonant notes that don't fit in a key. And so if you bend any of these dissonant notes up a half step, which is just a little bend, it'll be bending into a consonant note, and it creates this really cool tension and release in your soloing. So now I'm going to do an example solo where I bend dissonant notes that don't fit in the key up a half step to notes that do fit in the key, and it sounds really cool. So go ahead and take the most dissonant note you can find and see what happens if you bend it up a half step. And explore with this idea of finding notes out of key and bend them till they sound good, basically. And it's just that simple.